What's going on, YouTube? Right, so we've been hearing a lot about Activision raining down their ban hammer on all those cheaters in Warzone and in Call of Duty. And I wanted to really just kind of go over what's been going on, give a bit about what's happened, why they're doing it, and what they're actually doing in future to try and stop the cheaters, stop the hackers, and try and make everyone's game that little bit easier going forward. So obviously this has all come following the increased pressure from the Call of Duty community, especially after a couple of the high-profile COD streamers have announced they're going to quit and they're leaving the game over the amount of hacking and cheat that's going on and the pure lack of control that Activision have really got over what's happening. Now, we all know that Warzone's anti-cheat has come under some serious and intense scrutiny from players, particularly those on PC. PC is one of the platforms that it's a lot easier to hack and a lot easier to cheat and go undetected on. So it's PC players that really are the ones that are getting hit the most. Obviously this affects all of us on console. Most people have started turning off the crossplay so that they don't play against PC players because they don't want their games ruined by what's going on. Obviously the biggest problem happens to be the fact Warzone is free to play, it's free to download, anyone can get it doesn't cost a penny, which means it's less of a deterrent for these cheaters. They know their account gets banned. It's not the IP address that's being banned, it's just their account. Make a new account, download for free, rinse and repeat, start again, keep going over and over. With hacks that enable you to get whatever loadout you want, you haven't got to worry about leveling up. They don't need to worry about any of that. They can get what they want, when they want, and cross-map you with anything they need. So we're going to go over Activision's latest update as to what they're doing about the cheating and what they're doing to stop it. So I'm going to read what they've put out in their latest blog. I'll link this down below if you want to read through it later. But basically they've come out, they've said that they have zero tolerance for cheaters across all Call of Duty and Call of Duty Warzone. Our focus is to combat both cheaters and cheat providers. Today we've banned 60,000 accounts for confirmed cases of using cheat software in Warzone, bringing the total to date to more than 300,000 permabans worldwide since launch. That's a big number. There's a lot of people that they have banned. We know there's more still doing it and it's still going to happen, but they are banning people. We are continuing our efforts to identify and address cheat providers at the source who distribute unauthorized first-party software for modding and hacking. So they're not just going after the guys that are using it, they're going after the guys that are making it. We are committed to delivering fair and fun experience for all players. This is a dedicated focus for our security, enforcement and technology teams. Since launch, we've taken a number of dedicated actions. Weekly back-end security updates, improved in-game reporting mechanisms. They've added two-factor authentication, which has invalidated over 180,000 suspect accounts. So they're upping the ante just to try and make sure the accounts are legitimate and make sure they are what they're supposed to be. They've eliminated numerous unauthorized third-party software providers. So that's the small guys that are doing all of the third-party software. So not quite the big guys, but it's taking down the small guys that are on it, and that's still important. They've increased their dedicated teams and resource across software development, engineering, data science, legal and monitoring. So they've got more staff in, they've got more people on the ground monitoring and going and sorting this out. In addition, we are increasing our efforts and capabilities in these key areas. Enhancement to our internal anti-cheat software. So they're upping up the software to try and pick up and detect these cheats happening, hopefully in real time while we're playing, but they're picking it up. Additional detection technology, which goes into the first one. Adding new resources dedicated to monitoring and enforcement. So again, more people to monitor and enforce these bans as they happen. Regular communication updates on progress. More two-way dialogue. Now we all know people voice their opinion on the internet. We're all complaining. You're kicking off. You're getting no answer from them. So hopefully with this, we're going to get more updates as and when things happen, just to make sure we all know what's happening as it happens. Not waiting until something big happens, everyone complains, and then they answer finally. Hopefully they'll be more transparent with what's happening. Zero tolerance for cheat providers. Not really sure what they mean by that. I mean, I suppose they're just going to try and hit them hard and do what they can, but not really sure what that means. And consistent with time and timely bans. So that is more, we know people are getting shadow banned left, right and centre, whether it's legitimate or not. With this, I think what it means is being consistent in, they'll shadow ban on the initial report possibly, or after a few reports they'll start shadow banning, but the people that aren't actually cheating, that are just genuinely better than you, that people are being reported, they won't get the full ban, but people who are actually hacking and cheating will get permabans. The security enforcement teams have additional measures coming, both preventative and enforcement, throughout this year to root out both cheaters and cheat providers. So again, there is more people being put to the task of hunting down cheaters and providers, because let's face it, cut it at the source at the providers. You know, 90% of us We haven't got the knowledge to go create these hacks and get the workarounds. I know I haven't got a clue. I wouldn't know how to do it. So you get rid of the provider, you're going to get rid of the majority of the hacks. There will still be people who really know what they're doing on the computer, and that's another subject. We all know cheaters are constantly looking for vulnerabilities, and we will continue to dedicate resources 24/7 to identify and combat cheats, including aimbots, wall hacks, trainers, stat hacks, texture hacks, leaderboard hacks, injectors, hex editors, and any third-party software that is used to manipulate game data or memory. This is the thing, the hacks can go anywhere from your aimbots and your wall hacks. We know you get beamed through the wall and you're getting people who are just bang, 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 camera going all over the place, but they're just popping heads. But everything down to stat hacks. You can hack and put it so your KD is like 5.7 when in reality it's 0.32 like mine. You know, you can get leaderboard hacks, bump it right up the leaderboard. I'm not sure what you'll achieve through this, but I suppose to your friends it might make you look good, but if you can't play it's pointless, but it's still a hack. It's something that can happen, especially when you've got the guys at the top who have earned their place. I then go and buy a hack and whack myself at the top and make me look good. You know, everything down to that. So they're going to try and do everything they can to stop people with the workarounds and getting into it. Our ongoing security and enforcement efforts are franchise-wide across Warzone, Modern Warfare and Black Ops. For Warzone communications, the Warzone development team at Raven Software will take the lead on sharing updates going forward. We will provide monthly updates at a minimum, and when possible, weekly updates to the community. So again, more transparency, they're going to talk more, and it's going to be down to Raven to get this sorted. Give them a follow over at Raven Software on Twitter, and for the latest security enforcement policy details, visit the site. Again, I'll link that down below so you guys can read it. And then finally, they say, there is no place for cheating. We are committed to the cause, we are listening, and we will not stop our efforts. Thank you. Now, personally, I'm slightly skeptical. I really hope they do this. I really hope they get it to work. But we've all seen cheaters. We've all seen hackers. You know, it's not even just the stream snipers. It's not top tier lobbies that they're having this. If you're getting it in games that I play, and I'm not good, something's wrong. You know, it's all over the place and it is everywhere, and it has been consistent since almost day one. So we'll see going forward how this has changed. We know they've updated this and it's added the Steam glitch back again. That's not hacking, but it's just a lot of bollocks. So hopefully they'll sort that out, and hopefully they can sort all of this out. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you think that what they're doing is actually going to work. And remember, if you like the video, you like this kind of content, like the video. If you want to see more Call of Duty content, I'm going to try and bring you all the latest news as and when it happens as best I can. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck and happy hunting.